time that we dominated the ball, possession, territory, the amount of situations that we generated in the final third, we should have created much more and scored more goals. When you don't, then you have to be exceptional in your defensive work. I think we conceded one goal, one chance, or one shot off target only. So I think defensively the team was outstanding as well. So great, because it's a really difficult place to come here and win, and we've done it, and it's a huge win.
What was important for us was to stay in the game. Last week we had played well, but then quick goals and the game gets away from us. Today we're playing against a top team that will go very, very close to winning the league. So it's very important that you're in the game. And yeah, we did that right to the very end, and with a bit more, like I said, the final pass or that final ball, then it maybe gives us more opportunities to score. But it wasn't to be, and Arsenal.
King power?
Yeah, really good result from Arsenal. Good performance. Dominated the game from start to finish, you'd have to say. Reacted really well after that Manchester City defeat with the win at Villa and the win against Leicester. And they looked comfortable, but 1-0, anything can happen. But I could only see one winner. The way that they started, the intensity they played at, really good result.
Clever, brave finish from Martinelli, Dion?
Listen, I just feel all their players are playing with such confidence. They've got a massive word in football, trust. They've got a massive trust in each other. I mean, lovely little through ball here. I mean, that's a very, very good finish. It really is. He gets hurt in the process, but I just feel that the calmness, and Benty will tell you the same thing, when you get into these positions, you've got to sprint and sprint and sprint to get there, work as hard as you possibly can, and then you've got to calm down. And he picks the right finish, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He slides it across. And what I like about the finish as well is that even if the keeper was somehow to get a hand on it, because he's gone that way, then Saka's coming in to tap in the rebound there. So it's a really, really tidy finish. But he's someone who maybe hadn't been at his best before the last couple of appearances, but certainly against the Villa, the goal against Villa and the goal against Leicester, he's getting back to his best.
I think Arteta's got, he's got so much to be thankful for. They've actually been patient with him as well. They've let him have a bit of time, get the right team he wants. And there's a lot of managers right now that have been given a bit of time. They're getting the squads and the first 11s, and they're just starting to, the way they play, the position they are in the table, it's just about time, and it's just about let the manager do what he's got to do. Give the manager time.
Yeah. So Arsenal got the 3 points, but had they not, Mikel Arteta's blood pressure might have been through the roof, I think, because that Trossard worldie was ruled out, rightly or wrongly. I don't know why I'm asking the Arsenal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you know what? I will say, because you look at another angle and he's clearly been held one hand, so it probably is the right decision. Although I think it's soft, he has impeded the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper can't jump. But yeah, it's a wonderful finish, but probably
we see another angle on it here, Dion, don't we?
Yeah, I just think, is it Ben White that's holding the keeper's hand?
Yeah.
Is Ben White? I think he's holding the wrist of the keeper. Where is it?
Yeah.
Just there. You can just see
Ward's hand, yeah?
Just holding his hand there, yeah. Just holding his right hand. Why the goalkeeper is allowing anybody to restrict him at all? I mean, back in my day, you'd had studs on your feet, you'd have been pinched, you'd have been punched in there. That's the goalkeeper's area.
Yeah.
And if you go in there, I used to be frightened to go in there because I know I was going to get kicked or punched. Now you're holding a goalkeeper's hand. Should never happen.
Ward's got to be stronger, right?
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So I won't ask the Arsenal fan this one. Suter on Saka, penalty, yes or no?
Penalty. I'll say for him, yes, penalty.
Yeah, it's definitely it's clumsy. That's all it is. He's got himself in the wrong position as a defender. He should never let the attacker see his number, but he's got in front of him. He knows he can't react now, and he just drags him down. So for me, blatant penalty.
I think Saka was just about to score a try, so he decided to rugby tackle him before he got to the try line. It's a real clumsy one there. Benty's right. Clumsy is the right word. He starts to panic a bit as well because Saka's got in front of him with pace, and he had to do something, and it was illegal. Yeah,
let's bring Dermot Gallagher back in before we can let you go away for the weekend, Dermot, and enjoy what's left of it. Let's start with that one, shall we? The Suter challenge on Saka, no penalty. Why not?
I think it's a penalty, Will. Honestly, I think Saka's been really clever. He's got across him, he's got in front of him. All right, Suter slips, but although he slips, he grabs him. And I think once you grab him and haul him to the floor, you've impacted on his ability to play that ball. I think it's a penalty.
Darren, why wasn't it given, do you think?
All I can think, Dion, is that the referee didn't give it on field. He didn't consider it a penalty. When it throws to VAR, whether they think he slipped here and just collided with him, I'm not sure. But what I would say, even though he slips, his leg buckles under him, he definitely grabs hold of him. And by grabbing hold of him, it impacts on his ability to get control or head that ball.
A slightly easier decision maybe than what we've already talked to you about, Dermot, today. The incident involving Ben White on Danny Ward, is that an example of VAR working at its best?
I think it's an amazing decision, Will, because when I saw it, I just thought it was a poor punch. This is the angle we see, and you think, oh, he's flapped at that. When you actually see it from behind the goal, what a finish there. When you see it from behind the goal, he trapped his arm, there's no doubt about it, and this is where you see it. Once he trapped his arm, he's off balance, he can't do it. But clever by Ben White, but VAR's picked it up. What I would say, a brilliant spot by the VAR.
Yeah, there we go. I think everyone's unanimous on that.
Yeah, they get that one absolutely spot on. Absolutely spot on.
There we go, Dermot. Nothing until at least next week.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, Dermot. See you later, mate. There we
Cheers,
go, Dermot
Dermot.
Gallagher, former Premier League referee. And on Arsenal, it's going to be cat and mouse, isn't it, Darren, between now and the end of the season. What you probably would say on those signings, really clever, right? Trossard and Jorginho just seem to have slotted in seamlessly.
Yeah, I always thought Jorginho especially was a very good signing. Trossard, we know how good he is. But Jorginho, just because of the party injury history, who'd been fantastic first part of the season, certainly in possession, Jorginho's been a massive, massive help. And you have to say, again, even in the summer with Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko, this season he seems to have got the recruitment absolutely spot on. They've all played their part, and they're going to be vital going into this last run towards the end of the season.
He's different as well, isn't he? He's different. I mean, Arsenal got a lot of players in midfield, but, again, Jorginho's different to Partey, is different to Odegaard, is different to Xhaka. Yeah. So they've got, the right players for the right position.
Do you think that's the Arsenal dip over? They were inevitably going to have one, weren't they? There was no way they were going to go without a dip, right? You'll be hoping as an Arsenal fan that that's it and there's not more to come.
Yeah, listen, I'm sure there will be more twists and turns, but you're right. After the City result and that 4 games where they didn't win a game in all competitions, you do fear. And then the start against Aston Villa, you do start to think, is this them now falling away? But no, they reacted really well against Aston Villa, reacted really well against Leicester, and then they have to go again against Everton midweek, which I'm sure at the Emirates will be a different occasion as it was at Goodison Park.
Yeah, your old team, Leicester, XG 0.02. That's worrying, isn't it? And without James Maddison, 2 very different beasts, Dion.
Yeah, they are. James Maddison, I mean, they all seem to follow his lead, and it's not, through him talking his players and teammates through a game. It's his actions and the way he passes the ball, the way he breaks the lines, all that positive stuff you can say about James Maddison is what Leicester are about. And when he's not there, they look a bit lacklustre, they look a bit weak, they don't look the same size. So, yeah, I feel for Leicester at the moment. We were having a chat while watching the game. We were both saying we like Brendan as a manager. We think he's a very good manager, very good coach. It's just not working at the moment for him.
Yep. Right, so we've seen Arsenal pick up 3 points. After the break on the weekend wrap, we will find out the race. Darren, 2 points now. Manchester City behind Arsenal, who play Wednesday night against Everton at home. Yeah. So that could be back to 5. And then, of course, we're going to fast forward until the 26th of April, a Wednesday night when they face each other.
So there's only 2 teams in the race.
Well, quite rightly, there's 3 there on that street. No, because your team, Manchester United, Dion.
Not my team. Just throwing it out there.
Team.
Just throwing it out there, my old team. Yes. Carry on, gents.
No, but you're right. Deservedly, they should be in the mix, yeah?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
The form they've been on, but Benty, please.
No, I think that it's going to go to the wild. Manchester United will be there or thereabouts.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll win it, but I just think it might come down to that game at the Etihad. But of course, being an Arsenal fan, what you do hope is that even if they were to lose that game against Manchester City, they've still got enough points in the back, so there's still a bit of a buffer there. But at the minute, Arsenal have turned that corner by getting beat by Manchester City, winning back-to-back games. It looks like it's going to go to the wire. Manchester United will be in there, don't worry.
Go on, how does it pan out for Mr. Dublin?
I can't call it. I just can't call it. Man United's form's possibly the best around at the moment. City have possibly got the best squad by a long stretch, but Arsenal are just showing a resilience I've not seen from Arsenal in a long time. It's very much an Arteta side. He's got his team playing some really good stuff, and they've got a backbone, and they're working really hard. They're defending hard, bodies on the line.